Vamos dar início aí à cast do Ayato. Ayato Kamisato. Bora fazer a cast dele. Chega lá nos confins. Pera, que é isso ali? Ah, é uma pétala de rosa que passou na frente, velho. Ai, que beleza, o carregador tá descarregando. Descarrega esse controle aqui.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Pra isso eu vou... Tem que colocar a capa. Para colocar a capa eu tenho de ir aqui, vir aqui, colocar um negócio aqui. Um pontinho aqui, agora venho aqui, volto, saio aqui, volta pra cá. Agora eu vou, entro aqui, agora eu vou aqui, clique aqui, entra aqui, colocar a capinha, editar a capa e coloquei a capa, ok, salvar. Agora bananinhas, essa caixa aqui. Ai, ai. Olha o Thomas aí.
Without looking at the board,
Mesmo que
you've
eu
ruined
olhe.
my strategy in one move. Amazing.
Isso é incrível.
Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Oh. Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Esse é o viajante?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan, and Yashiro commissioner. Kamisato Ayato.
Olha o lendário, hein? Esse cara é bravo.
Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profoundest gratitude to you in person.
De agradecer vocês.
Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi! Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the suddenness of our visit, for it is most...
Why on earth are you talking?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his
Ei,
way up
Pitbull.
Paimon's list of people to
Ontem
never
não fiz
mess
não, é que eu caí no sono mesmo, velho. Sinceramente caí no sono, velho.
As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room
Bateu um
changes.
sono
Feels like you gotta be
umas
super
8
polite.
horas, velho. Na verdade tava começando a pegar sono desde as 7 horas. Aí eu tava assim, aí não dá pra fazer live não, velho. Pescando.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. Cause that whole spiel was really tiring just now.
Foi.
Alright,
Que
now
bom.
that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question.
Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Se casar na verdade. Essa missão do Oyato achei chata. O mais legal foi a da Aimiko. Ixi. Você falar assim.
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long ago that I received the news myself. The head clans of 2 commissions are to become joined through marriage.
Matrimônio entre.
This is big news for the whole of Inazuma.
Foi uma grande notícia para toda
Since the
nós.
Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the almighty shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have to treat as a serious affair.
Right! Makes sense. Ah, 2 true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion.
Quero o reizinho. Quer gastar em que? Nos artefatos ainda? Tá gastando nos artefatos ainda ou você tá procurando outra coisa agora?
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between 2 commissions are extremely rare. But these 2 truly love each other. Tradition should give way to freedom in this case.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the
Pós
best
da
wishes of the
chuva.
Kamisato clan.
Quero upar ela no nível 90. Vai. Aí é complicado, né?
No need. I'll visit them personally this time.
Huh? But you have other
Se
things
quiser
to be
ajuda pra
doing.
matar ele, eu mato ele, hein?
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate... The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under the supervision of my sister. But she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance for me to pay a visit to the bride and groom.
Tá caindo formiga em mim? Que desgrama é essa aqui? Não tem resina. Ixi. Resina eu tenho bastante, viu, velho?
Would you two care to join me? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in this matter.
O resina eu tenho bastante, viu, velho?
This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too? Or
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although, wait. Does that mean we helped make this wedding happen? Alright then.
Se der como arrumasse, né? Seria bom, né?
your mere presence shall surely mean we are spared the
Eu tenho.
futile
Acho que tem umas
pursuit known
15.
as small talk.
Wait,
Eu tô
you're the
guardando.
Yashiro Commissioner? But
Eu
you
tô
can't
guardando
just
pra vir algum evento bom aí pra eu gastar, mas até agora não tem um
Of
evento que
course, there
seja
are
bom
some
assim.
people in the world who quite enjoy doing chores, but I am not one of them. Toma, I'm heading out with my 2 guests now. I'll leave the resident.
Not a problem. Take care, my lord.
a Elan, velho, eu achei assim, bem legalzinha, né, velho? Vai ser igualzinho o Shang-Yun, né? Vai ser igualzinho o Shang-Yun, a Elan.
See who can make the biggest splash.
Ah, you finally.
A, ela é de arco, né? Mas a habilidade especial dela, quando ela joga o especial dela, ela é igualzinho o Shang-Yun, dando uns tiros de água no, 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 alguma coisa que estiver batendo, entendeu?
Oh, Yashiro Commissioner. Who are these two?
They're friends of ours. I know I'll do the introduction.
So
Hey.
it's true.
Véi, eu acho que. Não sei, véi.
There we have it. That's it then.
Tem que pegar pra ver. Ninguém vai pegar ela, né, velho? Ninguém vai pegar ela porque vai esperar a minha deusa, né? A deusa de natureza. Ninguém vai pegar ela. Eu acho que ninguém vai pegar ela. Vai esperar a deusa chegar. Porque eu acho que vai ter a Ben Ailan agora. E no próximo vai vir um Erran. Vai vir uns Erran aí. E depois vai vir a deusa. Então tem que juntar bastante tiro, né?
Great, so our hunch was spot on. It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much obliged if you could keep it in secret.
Don't worry, sir. We give you our word. We won't tell anyone about it.
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit to the Kujo clan. Would you mind leading the way for us?
Não, vai ser healer não. Eu acho que vai ser healer é o Hidro, né? É o personagem de água, né? Ou a deusa da água. Pode ser, velho. Pode ser que ela dá vida para os personagens. Porque eu acho que vai ser focado em vida os personagens. Ixi, os raios tá caindo pertinho aqui, velho. Visitar a família. Você poderia ser no
Of
meu
course
dia.
not. I'd be honored.
Cara,
I
seria
guess
uma honra.
This is where I...
Então, tô pedindo aqui.
Aw, cheer up, Chanoyo.
I'll try. Thank you.
Ó, cara. Tem que aguentar. E eu acho a mesma coisa. Você tá falando um negócio da Xangu aí. Vai ser igualzinho. Vai soltar na. Acho que vai ser igualzinho, vai soltar no. 2. Quando 2.7, aí quando chegar 2.7 é 3.1. Aí vai ter uns 2 Erran aí. Que vai vir. Eu acho que não. Vai vir um Erran. E vai vir essa Elan aí. Ninguém vai pegar esse Elan e eu acho também, eu acho que não vou dar tiro nos Erran também. Vou esperar a Deus chegar. Porque assim, eu não tô garantido, velho. Eu não tô com garantido. Meu tiro não tá garantido. Eu não sei se eu dou tiro no Erran pra ficar com garantido ou já deixo dar os tiros lá no dia da deusa chegar. Eu não sei o que eu faço, velho. Vou tirar o Shang Kyu aqui. Shang Kyu. Porque como eu acho que vai jogar com esse personagem, né? Pronto, tirei. Vou ficar com 3 personagens. Se tu quer a deusa já começa a juntar agora. É, e eu tô pensando nisso também. Juntar agora. Porque eu não tô com garantido, velho. Eu tenho que juntar uns 140 tiros aí de boa. Eu tenho que juntar esse juntar. Da onde eu vou juntar esses 140 tiros? Na outra, quando eu tirei na deusa, a porra da deusa, velho. Dei 140 tiros, velho. 140 tiros. 130, eu acho. Nessa base aí.
All right then. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to
O
it from
Vente
here.
foi o mais. Eu acho que foi o Vente. Eu dei na primeira vez que ele apareceu, eu dei 90 tiros. Ele não veio. Aí na segunda dei 80 tiros. Não veio também. Não veio de jeito nenhum. Com esse agora, mas eu dei 70. Foi 70 ou foi 80 tiros? Eu acho que foi 80 tiros. Eu dei total de. Cento. Quase 200. 200 e pouco. Tira aí que eu dando aí. Talvez tu pega no 50-50. E é bom que perdi seus tiros. É, pode ser também uma boa chance. Se tiver o Erran lá, né? Se tiver um Erran, aí eu posso dar no Erran, né? Pra ficar no garantido. E aí eu dou o tiro na deusa. Aí dá certo também. Mas eu acho que não vai vir Erran na deusa, não. Vai vir só ela, velho.
Okay. Thanks, Ethan. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a...
I don't mean to impose, Sir Cujo. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryo Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you. They say you're hardworking.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people.
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Cara, que valeu a pena enviar aquela carta.
Come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. It's a joyous occasion. Lighthearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony-faced when talking about a wedding?
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing? Do you think it's too sudden?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should be allowed to stand in its way. No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and I'm sure you are prepared for whatever challenge.
Indeed I am.
So, please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already well prepared. Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles me a little.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryo Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiragi, if you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the
kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible. Oh, he is the worst.
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to face it sooner or later.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I disappoint her? Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter. After some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So cool.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending. So I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter. And I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date.
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another, clearly and completely. And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato. I must summon.
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten puts my mind at rest. No surer evidence could there be. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Yeah, even if it's kinda irritating to see you all smug.
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now.
Very well. I'll see you out.
É, velho. É um conversaceiro, né? Ei, tomara que a internet não caiu.
He seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right?
Tá carregando se parar, velho.
Busy though.
Caiu. No computador parece que tá sem internet. É o computador que deu blackout aqui no computador. Tá sem acesso à internet no computador aqui. Tô conectando aqui pra ver se volta.
You're right. Kujo Kamaji is on cloud 9.
Voltou aqui. O computador voltou. Voltou, mas o vídeo ali não voltou ainda não. Galerinha, vai se inscrever no canal aí, deixa aquele like maroto, que ajuda demais aí. Eu tô aqui fazendo a cast do Yayato. E depois eu quero fazer as casts dos encontros, velho. Tem uns 5 encontros aí pra fazer. Estou muito feliz. Me preocupa da forma que tudo isso aconteceu.
He chalked it up to her being coy,
Eu
but
disse que
that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato. It bothers me also.
eu também acho que é um
But
pouco.
unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
Como assim?
Whenever we
Foi
come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to
algo
get to the bottom
semelhante
of it.
durante um evento.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point. Kamaji doesn't seem worried at all.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient. Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro Commissioner would never be done. My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused, if the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at his word. But I wish to know Hiragi Chisato's angle on this.
Huh. Makes sense, but Paimon still doesn't quite get it.
Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. Let's take the opportunity to hear her. If she's as committed as Kujo Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead successfully. But if not...
Deu problema no ouvido aqui, né? Eu acho que doendo no ouvido.
Well, life isn't always a smooth journey.
Enfim. Camisato.
There is still much to prepare for the wedding.
Nós ainda precisamos nos preparar melhor para o casamento.
Should we also
Será
invite
que a
some prominent
gente
business
também
leaders who frequently visit Rito?
precisa convidar os chefes das guildas iniciantes em enfrentamento?
At the very least, we should send them invitations.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner.
And what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. I come bearing the felicitations of the Kamisato clan. Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey, Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiragi clan are most delighted for them indeed. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand and a fair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to it.
That sounds splendid.
Uma boa ideia.
We'll leave you to it.
Bem, nós incomodaremos mais.
Take care, Commissioner.
Até mais, senhor.
Seems like you guys talk a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas. I'm one of his regular customers.
Oh, it's Toki!
Ah, it's you. Good to see you again. Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP in tow.
Oh? So you know the owner as well?
Yup, we tried his dongle milk a while back with the Almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. So you were involved in the... I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two. I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. Flavor is... When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito, I simply had to come by.
Oh, thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people are willing to give my creative cuisine a shot. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm gonna stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being creative too. So I gave it a lot of thought, and finally came up with an all-new business concept.
Sounds interesting. What is it this time?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea. As well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? Could be delicious.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Tô
Well,
batendo sono em mim, velho.
Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me.
Pô, esse horário aí, ó, 8 horas, 7 para 8 horas.
The whole idea was
Sempre
to
dá
let my
esse
customers
sono em mim.
express their creativity.
Excellent.
Tem que fazer café, né?
There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon,
Acho que eu não vou
seagrass,
fazer,
and sea ganadere.
terminar a cast do Ayada, eu acho que eu vou dormir, velho. Deixa eu descanso.
What? You wanna mix those with milk?
I do indeed. Why?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to try new things. Traveler, any thoughts?
É, velho.
Are you serious? Well, Pi might seem like a scaredy cat if she opts out of this one. Oh. Okay, Paimon will have one.
3 milks with seagrass, please.
No problem. Give me a second. I'll have the...
Vai dar merda, né?
Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
The seagrass is stuck in the straw. Oh, this is so much work.
But it tastes all right. It captures the essence of the ocean.
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon still thinks there are better combinations.
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously. Tasty food.
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man. Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create, having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help. And
We're just passing the time here though, right? Is there anything else to think about than what we're doing right
Porque eu não
now?
posso pegar muito peso, velho. Aí eu trabalho aqui em casa, aí eu fico cansado, entendeu? Aí o meu corpo, assim, eu antigamente pegava um peso de 50 quilos com um braço só. Agora eu não consigo nem pegar um balde de água, entendeu? Pegar um balde de água machuca a minha coluna. Aí eu acho que quando chega nesse horário assim de 7, 8 horas pra cima, como eu mexi fazendo um servicinho aqui em casa, aí meu corpo fica muito cansado, ele quer descansar, entendeu? Tipo isso. Ontem eu apaguei desse tipo, quando deu 8 horas em ponto eu já tava, sabe, apagando.
one or two things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere else. I noticed something before we left the Hiragi clan's residence.
Antes de ter saído da família, eu reparei em alguma coisa. Você está falando dos convidados. Você ouviu sobre...
No, it was just a small detail. I was curious to know their thoughts on the wedding, so I asked them about it. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy for the Hiragi clan. But that's not the truth.
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjo Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Kujo clan. If I belonged to one of the assisting clans to the Hiragis, I would not... But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I highly doubt it is because they simply do not realize. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, The more I think back over that conversation, the more it doesn't sit right. Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole time.
Merely doing my duty, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Boa sorte, Thomas.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiragi Chisato.
Eu jogo com ele?
Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I. It really means a lot.
But of course, the Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. In fact, we visited Sir Kujo just now. It's clear that he's very much looking forward to the wedding. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work harder from now on. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us, together.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for
Eu
you,
tô pagando
Chisato.
aqui já, velho. Acredita? É um bom sinal. Já tô pagando aí cedo. 8 horas.
To be honest,
Que vergonha.
I'm still a little nervous about it all. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me a lot.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations.
Yes. Well, in case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now.
Oh, really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji. He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan, that pillar is taken away. There will no longer be a voice of authority in the Hiragi clan. And
It's just two families becoming one big family, though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, Clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan. The Kanjo Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but... I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complain.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. For instance, by helping you gather your thoughts on the matter. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just...
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose designed, what with all the fancy lettering and so...
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it... Yes, I think so.
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But then... How did...
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that the origin of the letter is ultimately not of great importance. Who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about the details of his playful proposal.
Understand. As you say, ultimately, the origin
E
of the
muito
letter doesn't
importante
matter,
assim.
but my position
É, tô
does.
querendo. Eu tô segurando aqui pra não cair aqui de sono.
Kamaji and I thought that we needn't worry about any...
Isso tá falando de. Vai ter uma revolta aqui com
Marriage
familiares.
is the most important decision of your life. Don't let yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult times. I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to make any decision. To be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you may enjoy a bright and beautiful future, not a bittersweet one.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait. Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi, but there will be no need. Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
O bicho passou atrás da parede aí.
Hiragi Chisato is on a totally different page than Kujo Kamaji.
Ah, não consegui não, véi. Ai, ai. Eu tô querendo jogar ele lá pra pegar umas roupas douradas, véi. Eu tenho duas roupas douradas, mas uma espiritualidade diferente da outra.
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission.
O chato vai pegar a roupa dourada, viu, velho? Eu achei muito chato de pegar a roupa dourada. Peguei uma bota. Eu peguei um braço e um torso. Que é. Que é é tipo camisa, né? É torso, né? Peguei um braço e um torso. Torso é a parte da cintura pra cima, né?
The
Eu não
more
sei
I
se
think
é
about
torso que
it,
fala.
the stranger this all seems. But Hiragi Chisato has yet to see it.
Amanhã
We
nós
must
joga,
be vigilant.
beleza? Amanhã nós jogar Destino. Como é que vai acabar as caches, né? Eu vou deixar, eu acho que as caches de de encontro pra depois, pra terminar depois.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as
Peitoral,
possible.
isso,
If my guess
peitoral.
is right.
Peitoral.
Someone from within the Kanjo. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiragi Chisato's future. Well, when someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior.
É, tô vendo aqui, só tá falando sobre preparação do casamento e a pessoa tá com medo de dar errado. Será que alguém com posição de...
Yes. It's a
Acredito
smart
que
strategy.
sim.
Far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission's Takatsukasa clan. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it but if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully
A pai e mãe já tá ficando cansada já, velho.
Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the Hiragi clan in prison. Challenges to the Hiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjo Commission. Eventually, another clan would... Actually, we have evidence. His name is Shinojo.
Shinojo?
Should be back by now.
Yes, sir.
That's the second time.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
É,
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected.
eu acho a mesma
They cannot
coisa.
afford to let this opportunity pass them by.
É pior cast, viu, velho.
They have to act. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded
Ele
by
tinha que
Kujo
melhorar essa
Kanjo.
cast dele, sabe?
And the
Tinha que ser
wedding
mais
was sure to go
assim.
ahead.
De aventura assim de ataque, sabe? Só ter ataques como matando monstros, alguma coisa assim. Porque aí eu acho que ia combinar com ele. Não um
After
casamento,
Chisato's meeting with Shinojo,
né?
she began to have second
Ele
thoughts.
ele não domina pra atacar uns
Officer
ladrões,
Shinojo
alguma
has
coisa assim.
interfered with their plan.
Né? Eu acho que ele é ideal colocar isso aí, entendeu? Procurar ladrões. Eu sei que ele é. Como ele é um cara de. Como eu falar, especialista em ataques, né? Ele tinha que ser um atrás de ladrões pra ver se. Em comboio de ladrões assim, né? Seria legal. Agora essa cast aqui de casamento, velho, não tem nada a ver com ele. Tá mais a ver com a Yaka do que o
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation
o Ayata
the
aí.
entire time. That's why I was a little
A Yaka
concerned.
não tanto assim também não, porque a Yaka, velho, ela é uma guerreirinha, né, velho?
No way. But Chisato got what you meant about the letter.
I think so. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated. Despite all of this, she still believed that a happy future, when she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan. Her position in the...
O do Tito eu achei legal, velho. Do Tito eu achei legal.
Easier said than done. The perpetrators are manipulating everything. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening...
So what are we gonna do?
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option... First things first. We must go and rescue Shinojo. He has done. Tell me where Shinojo is.
metros, tá longe demais. É um converseiro, né? Tinha que ter uma coisa assim, mais de ação com ele. Foi a partida todinha conversando.
Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master.
Really? Then please.
Eu serei educado. Ele vai meter a pancada nesses eu coitadinho desses caras. Vem um monte, velho. Vem um monte. Eu quero que venha um monte. Vai, cai. Vem, agora. Ah, moleque doido. Vem. Vem mais. Toma. Vem, bolinha. Ah, não. Sério. É, eu vou te usar isso aqui, velho. Agora vai ser uma combinação perfeita. Ah... Eu usei a combinação perfeita.
We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be.
Precisamos de pisar para pegar.
I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. Let's free Shinojo first. But
What the? It's a tanuki?
let's follow it and see.
There is no escape.
Aqui. Vi o chão.
Oh, thank the gods you're here. Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay. We know.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must defy sufficient...
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazuma is at stake. My hitherto neutral stance... The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf.
That's true.
Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Find somewhere safe and stay hidden. Traveler, Paimon.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner, I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission, now would you?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, Shinojo may be your retainer. But the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. A truly egregious loss of decorum.
Café?
I dare say, the poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Vou ali fazer café ali rapidinho, gente. Só segundo.
Foi sim, eu levantei 7 e...
Eu levantei mais cedo que isso, sabe?
Nós dois levantamos cedo.
Nós dois esperamos cedo. Ai, fiz cafezinho ali.
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. How should I know what he was thinking? Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiragi clan, and the most distinguished we are, and always will. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did this god show no regard for either, even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity. I have to say, I'm surprised to see one of such noble standing as yourself.
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro Commission. Every day I've been exposed. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to... The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say.
Nossa, véi. É um besteiro.
Commissioner, are you here simply to mock?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of... It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering. All as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjo.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without any evidence.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than you studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind. In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. And I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura. I just feel sorry for you.
Is that right? Then tell me, if you're so bright, what exactly do you This is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, I think you are simply opposed to an alliance, so you come here with an...
So, that's how you view it.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen. The notices have already been sent out. All of you, most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet, it's all anybody's talking about now. Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a sure thing. Even if it hasn't happened just...
I see. It seems like I was...
So suddenly, we see eye to eye.
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most.
Kamisato Ayato!
You've made your move. Now, I suppose...
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryo Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes marginalized? Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you.
Hey! Hey! What was all that? Paimon didn't follow at all.
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then...
Bora para Inazuma então. O que tem pra nós em Inazuma? Bora pra lá. Tô quebrado, velho.
Look at this. The daughter of the Kanjo Commission's Hiragi clan and the master of the Tenri...
Sounds like an all-around perfect match, don't you think?
For sure. I'm just surprised. It seems very sudden. I hadn't heard a single word about it until now.
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have been a hard decision.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point of no return. However, we can still beat them at their own game. But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
E aí, lá fora? Eu passei direto, velho. Tô dormindo mesmo, viu, velho? Passei direto. Passei direto.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that, it's kinda
I see. So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady...
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love.
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection. Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiragi... I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient... For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you. Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. It was naive, but it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but it needs a villain. Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But it is not with... Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary, it's a terrible idea that will marginalize the Kanjo Commission. The context for this is that they are planning to use this. But what if we were to imagine for a moment? The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission. So,
fudeu,
the
velho.
plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her once that is
Chega
achieved.
conversa, hein, homem?
As the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason to hesitate.
É foda, né? Vejo colocar umas ações nesse jogo, mas assim nas histórias, sabe? É luta.
By doing so,
We can even strengthen
Ó,
our
aqui, ó,
position once
conversei.
our adversaries
Tô
realize how the
explicando
network of
um
connections
jeito lá de
behind the
pegar
scenes
os caras
really
lá.
works. They'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening.
É, eu acho também, mesma coisa também. Ter loot também, né? Matar os bichos, você ganhar o loot dele também. Você vai lá no domínio, você mata os bichos lá, né? Mas o cara fica aí farmando pro resto da vida, né? Mas podia ter um reset assim, em semana. Você matar por uma vez, você ganhasse um loot desse. Ou a porcentagem seja menor também, né? Colocar uma porcentagem menor pra ganhar os loot dos bichos. Exato. Eu acho a mesma coisa também. Porque assim, cara, você vai pegar um artefato. Você quer pegar um artefato de ataque, defesa, ataque, vida e proficiência elemental. Aí vem um que vem de defesa, né? Vem defesa, né? Aí você quebra aquilo lá. Aí você não consegue o que você quer. Aí você vai tentando de novo, vai tentando de novo. E é assim por diante, velho. Não dá não, velho. Ele tinha fazer um jeito de ganhar mais artefato mais fácil e fazer tirar e não fazer domínio, sabe? Fazer uma raid aí de para ir com os amigos, né? Foi uma raid enorme, grande. Tá faltando isso também, fazer um domínio, é de um tipo de domínio não, né? Fazer uma raid, né? Que a raid tem vários boss, entendeu? Tem NPC, tem tudo lá dentro. Tipo um outro. É tipo de uma outra ilha. Se podia fazer uma raid, vai deixar pra nós fazer isso aí em semana em semana. Igualzinho no WoW. No WoW é a raid reinicia em semana, né? Ó, velho, se teleportar pra lá pra dentro. O mapinha ia ser menor, né? Mas aí vai ser mais memória, né? Na verdade, aí tem mais memória. Tem mais memória no celular, tem mais, sei lá, bem mais evoluído, né? Tá certo. Nessa parte tá certo. Mas só que aí que você teleporta lá pra dentro, ele fica menor, entendeu? Ele fica mais fácil de jogar. O foda é o mecanismo, né? Dos boss, né? Você tem que ver os mecanismos do boss, porque no celular você tem como você tirar os mecanismos. Quando o novo aventureiro conexão.
Then we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Dá pra criar. Entendi. A rede da conexão.
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. In that case, he will almost... Sir Kujo. It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go and see if he'll take...
Eu acho também, viu? Eu acho também. Porque agora como vai vir Sumero, né? Mais deserto e um pouquinho de natureza ali, né? Eu acho que vai quebrar um pouquinho essa parte aí. Não vai ter água nesse lugar aí. Vai ter água só não tem a Deus da água, né? Nem sei o nome do local direito, mas só sei que eu acho que começa com T. Acho que começa com T. Eu acho que essa deusa que agora que vai vir agora, ela vai ser tipo um sugador de vida. Dá vida pros personagens também. É, eu acho também.
Let's follow him. Be careful not to get seen.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
Tomara que é do gelo, não sei igualzinho a dos penhascos do dragão, velho. Isso é muito chato. Ah, mentira, velho. Como esse cara tá me chegando, tá desgrama? Como esse cara tá me chegando, velho? Ai, vai ser chato, viu, velho? Igualzinho espinha do dragão, vai ser dose.
That person is one of Matsura's. Let's follow him.
Tem que ficar parado?
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious. The news is spreading fast. But it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
As expected. Let's follow him.
É. Eu acho a mesma coisa. Ele tem que soltar esse logo dos cortes, seria legal pra caramba.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujo Kamaji and Lady Hiragi Chisato will take place any day now. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryo Commission members as you go further along.
Isn't this a little excessive?
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect, from beginning to end.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your work. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against a Tenryo Commission attack. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kangjo Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is always the part that...
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like that?
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this situation. In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before they give up and surrender.
Não. Ixi. Tá fechado ali ainda? Você que fechou de novo? Foi?
Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted? Again in 2 days.
Ah, destino, eu não sei, velho. Porque eu tô pensando agora em trazer, eu acho que eu vou trazer esqueci o nome do jogo, velho. BCS, Horizon BCS, eu acho que fala isso, que falam, né? Tem que trazer o Horizon, é assim, eu acho que é isso que fala. A menina da Eloy. Tem que trazer essa live ainda. Eu tenho que fazer uma live dela. Tô esperando só o Felipe terminar lá e eu pegar lá com ele, né? Porque o Felipe tá terminando de lá aí. Não sei se já terminou o Felipe. Esperar 2 dias. Horizon BCS, é isso mesmo. Não vê o final dele ainda não. Top. É top pra caramba, velho. No PS4 ele é top demais, no PS5 que o Felipe jogou, acho que tá muito top, velho. Eu vi algumas gameplays assim, só de ação e eles andando, explorando, sabe? Muito legal. Eu acho que semana que vem eu vou trazer ele. Aí eu vou ter que pagar um jogo aí, velho. Eu vou ter que pagar ele, velho. Porque o Destino, vou pagar o Destino, depois eu posso baixar ele depois.
These people from the Tenryo Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi.
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi, to be honest. I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi to Inazuma City. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady Hiragi is ready to come with us. We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi... If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo might give us orders to be less accommodating.
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at me a lot. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross...
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, if Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what would it take?
Maybe we should tell Master to just...
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But what about what she thinks? Let's go and see.
Cara, é muito bom, velho. Eu zerei todos, a DLC e o jogo normal também, entendeu? Zerei tudo. Muito bom, velho. Cara, a imagem já é gostosa de jogar no Horizon, assim, de boa. Eu acho que deu como deu uma melhorada nesse agora, eu acho que tá perfeito, velho. Eu quero jogar muito ele, velho. Aí eu vou parar um pouquinho as lives de Genshin e vou focar nele, entendeu? Aí eu acho que semana que vem eu vou trazer ele já. Aí destino, eu acho que se caso não aguentar o PS4 que não aguentar ele, eu vou ter que pagar o destino. O destino mais outro jogo lá. Tomara que eu não precise pagar mais de um jogo. Vou dar uma olhada.
After the Tenryo Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all makes sense. I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have the choice. I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. But what if it's not? I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also...
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You... Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends, are you sure? Just Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Conjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point.
Ei, briga de... Ó, briguinha de familiar, viu, velho? É caso de família esse trem aqui. Tem que virou caso de família, velho. Caso de família do SBT.
But I thought things are... Yes, well, that's...
Agora virem caso de família. Discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give the Conjo Commission another chance. I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryo Commission's mind will be the We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech them to... Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person.
Beleza. Cara, é uma pulação de pra lá e pra cá. E casa de família, velho. É o verdadeiro casa de família.
By the way, aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me.
Não, isso aqui é um verdadeiro caso de família, velho. Da SBT. Caso de família. Genshin copiou o programa da SBT.
Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryo Commission has now occupied Rito. I realize I've greatly offended you with my atrocious actions. And I realize also that this must sound like the very height of a...
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Everyone in the entire Kanjo Commission now realizes the gravity of the... Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir Kujo once more, on our behalf?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. What do you plan to do about to lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you...
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge misunderstanding. We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact. Everything we can.
But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujo and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi, if we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to. But they can... And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change his mind.
I understand. Thank you for your help.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a...
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi. I have something to tell you. Would you mind?
Oh? Why, of course. Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner.
Oh, please.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once... My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave error. My mother loved him dearly. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my... It may sound preposterous now. I assure you, that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in.
Caraca, véi, esse cast aqui é chato mesmo, véi.
I didn't mind what became of me.
Bem que você falou mesmo, tá doido.
Fortunately, I persisted.
I think I now know where my sense of loss... Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. That's why I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married.
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confident...
That's it. The situation I'm facing now, when his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade. It is time for me to make a stand and become my own person.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want to live the rest of your life. It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit of true happiness.
Ih, deu uma apagada, velho. Eu me apaguei sem querer aqui. Eu tô nos últimos momentos, velho. E é 9 horas e eu tô sendo puxado pra cama. Acabou a conversa. Não, acabou não? Que eu tenho que me lidar em casa.
Take care,
Beleza.
Lady
Vai
Hiragi.
embora, mulher.
I'm confident that on your return, you will find your Kanjo Commission associates most receptive to your instruction.
É chata, velho.
Yes. In fact, my recent experience suggests this.
E ela não foi embora ainda não. Vai embora, mulher.
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with a plan that cunning. Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that Chisato has decided to set the Hiragi clan straight.
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself. Well, the fact is that I am perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit.
Acabou.
A stable
Acabou não,
nation
né?
is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then, but human desire will always be a factor in the equation. This is not all I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. A balance of power leaving no room for maneuver achieves the same end. Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. I think I did her. Dealing with the Hiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and
There were so many things at play over this. Wait a second. You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiragi Chisato was entirely sincere. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't. Now, she has the chance to become her own.
Okay then. Guess we'll have to wait.
All right. Farewell.
Tchau. Vai que acabou, vai. Tá doido, velho. Com a
Looks like
ação.
everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up with a glass of very peculiar tasting milk.
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Oh! My lord?
Meu senhor.
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure he's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had he and his
Tá falando
companion
de mim pelas costas.
It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly performing your job to perfection.
Naturally. Ah, yes. Now that we're both free, let's finish off that game of chess we started a few days ago.
Eu acho que eu vou trazer amanhã, ou se amanhã, eu acho. Não sei se eu vou trazer amanhã, depois da manhã. No dia 8 aí, vou trazer live de Genshin. Aí terminando aqui, velho. XP. Carezinho e deitava aí que eu tô querendo cama já tem um tempinho já. Então, Pitbull, valeu aí que tá aí na live aí. Aí amanhã nós jogamos um destino aí. Pra ver se nós pegamos uns trem drogados lá. E é isso, galera. Vai ter chegado até aqui. Se inscreva no canal. Deixa aquele like maroto. Quem já é inscrito, deixa aquele like também, né? E valeu, falou, tchau. É nóis. Deixa eu fazer minha risinha aqui. Que eu tô caindo no sono. Não. Deu pra fazer não. Faltou 10 aí. Vou ter que fazer. Gastar. Vou ter que fazer mineração. Eu vou fazer mineração agora ali. Vamos completar pelo menos o diário de hoje. Oh. Pronto. Então é isso, galera. Valeu todo que chega até aqui. Se inscreva no canal, deixa aquele like. Quem já é inscrito aí, deixa aquele like maroto. Quem não é inscrito, inscreva no canal e deixa aquele like maroto, gente. Valeu, falou. Tchau. Fui.